Hey everyone, this is Pat, the DM for Grand Quest, otherwise known as Storyweaver. Grand Quest is a darker adventure set in D&D 5e homebrew setting.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I voice Syphina, the grave domain cleric of Tenelith, the goddess of life and death.
Hey everyone, I'm Isaac Martinez, and I voice your favorite four-legged friend, Sif, the man trapped in a wolf's body for a crime he committed.
Hi everyone, I'm Matthew. I am the voice of Trevor Corrales, an Oath of Vengeance paladin who is trying to get some answers and discover the truth about his family losing their noble title.
Hello, I'm Wayne. I voice Flores Lillicourt, who happens to be an enforcer for his family's crime syndicate and has been sent by them to expand the family business.
Hey everybody, I'm Mithril. I play Kane, the Dampier Gloomstalker Ranger. He's currently on this quest, trying to become a hero in this land.
Hey everybody, my name's Bridger. I will be playing Oscar, a wild druid with memory loss.
And without further ado, let's get to the story. Hello everybody, welcome to episode 12. Last episode we did a lot of combat. The team was ambushed by these strange ghouls embedded with blackish shadowy magical iron. But through the combat they found that radiant damage is very effective in stopping them from getting back up. And also that there is a strange seed of weird petrified fleshy worms inside these creatures, and those who have had been severely affected by this strange sickness, they seem to affect them different when they got hit. Not the best outcome for them, but afterwards the creatures would shrivel away, rot away, dissolve away by this metal, and the seed would hit the ground, crack, as a strange tadpole, sickly looking tadpole, would crawl away on these root-like nervous system legs. However, at the end of the fight, Sif and Trevor was successful in catching one of these things in a used potion bottle. And that's where we're going to pick up tonight, is right after the fight. So let's see what the party gets into tonight.
Syphina's going to look around and, alright, who needs healing?
Oscar.
Trevor's gonna shake his head and he's gonna be like, I'm good.
Oscar's gonna shift back into his normal self and just pick up one of the chairs he tipped over, sit down in it, and he's like, I got myself, and I'll cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
I'm going to... Go ahead.
Sif is going to look real quick into the bottle. Yeah, he was kind of cute.
What was that?
Oh, I must have cut out. He looks at the bottle and was like, hey, he's kind of cute. Talking about the
I
little
think your
tadpole.
definition of cute is warped.
I think you might have gotten hit in the head, mate.
I think I did too. Some of that healing sounds good.
Goraz, Sif, are you two? How are you two?
I'm about at half health.
Okay.
I would say, on a scale of 1 to, I'd say I could take another hit or two at most. Maybe one more hit.
Maybe.
Let's say 2 to be safe. So if you want to save I get how your magic works. So
Yeah. Goraz, I'm gonna give you cast Cure Wounds on you. So I'm gonna come up to you. Do cast Cure Wounds. That is plus level spell plus 4, so it's a 7. So, all right.
I
That
appreciate it.
You're welcome. That went better than I expected, I suppose. Trevor, are you okay?
And Trevor is going to kind of put his hand on his own chest, and he's going to use pretty much his entire lay on hands to cure the status condition, whatever he's got, as best he can, and his hit points.
We established that lesser restoration works on the
baseline
on
sickness
the
points,
disease.
yes. But
Yeah.
if you've gotten too high,
I-
like the seed doesn't, whatever's inside you and Gorez, Oscar, the less restoration doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah.
But what about this mark on my arm?
That mark is still there. And in fact,
Can I examine it with a medicine check?
yeah, you can. In fact, your passive perception also catches on the back of Gorez as he's walking around. He also has a mark similar to yours.
Hey, Gorez, you got one on the back of your neck, mark like this. And
Gorez, you are still
tap his
stiff, very
arm.
stiff.
Syphina wants to do a ritual to detect magic, to see what these marks are, but if possible, she also wants to see what that thing is in the jar, or whatever.
Okay, so there's a limit to what detect magic will do. So you can still try it, but I'll just give you a heads up on that. What was that medicine check there, Oscar?
All right, rolling it now. 14.
14. It definitely seems to be something tied between physical illness and magical, a magical bane of some kind. It's almost like similar to that of Bestow Curse, but different. It's a strange mixture of like this aberrant kind of disease or creature-like marking and necromancy.
I don't want to waste a spell slot. Can I tell if lesser restoration will cure it?
Not with a medicine check, no. But you're guessing that, I mean, you could always give it a shot, but you're not 100% sure with the level of medicine check that you rolled.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yes. I can't promise you'll still get the direct answer you're looking for.
Okay.
Go check.
23.
23.
Hey,
It is for sure something physical that is inside you, but the mark itself, it's almost like a link has been created. It's similar to like with the investigation check, you clear some misunderstandings up. This isn't really exactly like Bestow Curse in the necromantic way. It is closer to a type of runic spell casting, like rune magic. This mark is the result of something being woken up inside you. That strange double tap, that double beat in your heart. Something there is awake. A little bit more than it was before. And this mark is connected to that.
Alright, last thing. Can I do... Because I like examined it so far, can I roll an Arcana with advantage?
To figure out
Like,
what?
I've examined the crap out. Like, I didn't want to figure out if I can get how to get rid of this, since it's clearly magical in nature.
Oh, yeah.
I can do it with advantage.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Okay.
You know what kind of magic it is, but do you have proficiency in Arcana?
No, but I rolled
Okay.
a nat 20.
Could I help him if I have?
He rolled a
proficiency in
natural
Arcana?
20. But technically, if what he finds out he can talk to you about, and you might be able to answer the questions a little bit better then. But right now, he's kind of in examining himself almost silently. Best thing that you could pick out, the best possible outcome of this Arcana check, as you feel the weave in yourself, you feel the stream of magic, you can feel a secondary stream intertwining with yours. Something strange. The weave seems to be of a different kind of being, and it's connected to you, almost sharing a life essence right now, as it is slowly consuming your life, as you feel your weave being pulled into this secondary stream and altered into this blackish, necrotic, almost necromantic weave, and then being put back. So what you could figure out from that is that. Yeah, not a direct answer, but perhaps somebody who knows more about the magic in the world might know. Syphina, your detect magic does activate, does go off, and you can sense that there around you is obviously the magical weapons that are pinging, that you all have, the magical gear. There is no direct magic coming from the creature. Pretty much as if there is no spell, conjuring magic, or anything. This creature is not an item of magic. It gives off the same levels of magic as anybody else in the party would, except this is a strange, blackish, greenish, like stream of weave aura around it. Is this weird, like it's got this psychic aura around it, as if it is something to do with, like, it has like the same kind of magic as a telekinetic sorcerer would, or like an aberrant mind sorcerer would, but it definitely gives off high levels of necromancy. But it doesn't, it itself isn't necessarily magical. It's almost like it is casting a spell currently.
Okay. Is there last time I did detect magic and I sensed the necromancy, I sensed something that was very identical to my magic. Is there any of that going on?
I need an Arcana check because you're trying to hone in on a detailed thing.
+4 is a 10.
You are unable to push past its radiating aura to see any deeper.
I couldn't give myself guidance, could I? Oh well. I forgot.
But yeah. So, Oscar, you have learned this about yourself and about this mark, and
I just had an idea. So I have a question. If I grab Syphina, Sif, and myself, and we have a powwow, could we roll a group roll to like magic science this, figure what's going on?
Magical minds.
What I'm
delivered.
going to need you guys to do is just have this powwow, and when a question or somebody comes up with a thought to try to solve the problem, we'll do rolls then. But we're not going to just skip some talking RP to solve things with dice immediately.
Okay.
I'd rather you guys try to solve it with words and than dice first.
Well, the thing that I want to accomplish, I have no idea. My observations did not give me that.
Well, perhaps talking to Syphina or Sif would help.
Yeah, I will like indicate like, hey, he'll hesitantly like catch Syphina's attention. Can you come over here? And then he'll wave Siv over. Come over here. I have something I wanted to talk with you.
Syphina
Go on.
Syphina will go. She's right there. So wait, no, you're over there. You move. Okay.
I'm gonna look around real quick. As long as it sounds quiet as it is, going. Keep going. Somebody keep an eye out. That was at least a scouting party.
All right. So what is it?
Oh well, he'll show his mark. I saw you studying it on Goraz over there.
God damn, that does not look good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Okay, I'm trying to remember what I learned because I was focusing on the other thing.
Well, I learned it's necromantic in nature and that it has rune magic. It's like, I'm not really sure what rune magic is, but these are runes, right? And he'll point at the symbols, and like they seem to have some sort of importance tied to them, and they're like words. I'm guessing I don't remember anything about rune magic, but something in my mind is telling me that that's what it's like.
Well, from what I know is, if there is at least a rune, there's a way to at least deactivate it. Most of the times, I don't want to give you false hope. I mean,
yeah. Well, it happened when that thing pretty much gutted me.
Pat, would Syphina know runes, or would that just be a Sif thing?
Give me a history check.
Magic.
Sif would definitely understand runes because he's a wizard. Even a low-level wizard has some understanding of that. You know that there are some spells that require the arcanic language to be used, which is runic magic. Most can be done through hand motion or verbal components, but there are some that require more than just those things. They require preparation. And then there is something that is slightly different. There is reactive runes. Things that manifest visually when in reaction to an outcome. Say if you were to cast... What spell would Syphina know? That would probably leave one.
Ceremony, if she has it.
That's right, yeah. Ceremony would be something that would be reactive. If you were to sacredize the grounds or do something like that in reaction to your magic, the runic language, the arcanic language, would manifest in that area.
But would I recognize what this specific rune
You know some necromantic spells, but you don't know these runes themselves are different. It's like trying to read Pig Latin backwards.
Yeah. Sykena would just frown. She's, I don't know those runes. I do know that there are runes that are reactive to magic, but I'm not sure what that rune means. And so look at Sif. Do you have any idea?
The only thought I have is he has been being manhandled over and over by them.
Mm-hmm. What does this mean, though? I mean, is it a connection to whoever the necromancer is? And as she looks around, because she hasn't actually told anybody about this, she's like, there's somebody else involved. Somebody whose magic is apparently identical to mine.
Right, how do you know this?
When I
Cleric?
did when I did detect magic, before you burned the bodies, I found a necromancer magic and a magic that's confused me because I thought I cast it, but I obviously didn't. So I think that there is this other individual who is also responsible, and I'm not sure. I haven't been able to detect that just yet, but it might just be because I'm tired. But there was somebody else.
I mean, if we take him out, it'd be a good way to. I mean, it's a potential way to maybe stop him. As long as you don't die before then.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime.
I do know that even though you healed them, well, the disease parasite thing that was affecting me, it's I can still feel part of it inside of me.
Well,
like part of it that won't go away, and it feels connected to this rune. And
you know what? I'm gonna pull out the parasite real quick. I want to see how it reacts towards him. Or actually, I want to see how it reacts towards us first, and then him.
As it is going off, detect magic is still technically up. It's about to end, and it seems to be pulsating that magic, and it's trying to break out of the glass constantly, as it seems it has obviously no face to it, and these weird root-like legs are sprawled across this thing, scurrying all around it, trying to push the cork up and everything. Seems to be in a vicious panic, trying to flee from you guys, but that's what it's trying to do with you two.
With Sif and me, or
with Sif and Siphoina.
Okay.
So I'm going to mage hand it up. Careful. Actually, I'm going to put it on the table. Slide it over with mage hand towards them.
As it gets closer to Oscar, it seems to scurry less and almost stop moving and look at Oscar, giving off the essence of waiting, like it's expecting him to do something.
Be careful.
As a pulse of energy
towards it.
As you reach towards it, a pulse of energy beacons from this thing as Siphena's detect magic catches this and one last thing before it deactivates. As the pulse from this creature with this wave of like purple green echoes out from it, there is a secondary one that echoes out from Oscar.
I knew it.
What? Okay, so
that's not good.
I look over to...
But again, this is only something that Siphena saw.
Alright, so let me make sure I understand this about Taylor. There was the creature that's...
in the bottle. That is the strange tadpole thing with a weird, like, root-like nerve system. His legs. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so it, like, made some kind of a either noise or magic, and whatever's inside of Oscar responded.
It was like looking at sonar waves being manifested visually as it echoed out from the creature, a secondary echo of the same aura, like magic pulse, like it was casting like a message spell in a way, beaconed out from Oscar's chest. Yes.
Kind of like you like.
Telepathy.
This is what I'm getting above the table is that Oscar's kind of turning into one of them. That's why it didn't react to him like that.
Well, Syphina is going to grab the bottle and push
it
the bottle away.
immediately begins to panic.
She's like, and she looks at Oscar. I think you have one of these inside of you.
I do have to remind you, there is another person with a mark on them too.
Goraz?
Mm-hmm.
Was that or
Yes, it was a
She looks over at Goraz, and Goraz, I think Goraz does too.
Guys, you guys might want to gather around for this.
Well, my main concern is removing this mark from my arm.
I mean, Syphina just honestly has no idea. It's just like, that. I mean,
well, I just don't want to try to cast them like a healing magic spell to try to remove it and it not work. And then I ward down magic and we're in the middle of enemy territory.
I'm no cleric, but from what I'm getting is the only way out is a swift death, or we find whatever is casting this magic and put an end to it.
I know the only way to get rid of the part inside of me is that. But before we were able to remove external effects, before, like.
But you've been getting beaten by them pretty silly.
The rune is what I'm concerned about, not the part inside of me. I am concerned about the part inside of me. The rune is priority now.
Well, I do have the spell magic, but that would, hinder me from using the Guardians again. And we are in territory. Unless I get stressed, which... Actually, 1 second. Can I do this? I don't know if I can do this.
I guess watch closely and take notes. Or
Goras, how are you feeling over
whatever
there?
you do.
1 second. I'm trying to determine something, if I have this feature or not.
Goraz, you there?
I can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
How you feeling over there?
Doing all right, I guess.
I mean, I can always hit you guys with radiant damage, radiant magic, and see what happens.
Oh, you know
No,
what?
I'm okay.
I think it would affect them. Yeah, no. Very, very badly.
I don't want you to die, because if you die, you will become whatever those things are.
I mean, Trevor, as I look over to Trevor, you'll give him a swift death, wouldn't you?
Repeat that?
Just
you give him a swift death, wouldn't you?
Trevor just kind of looks at him for a second. He goes, I don't know if that's necessarily where we're at yet, mate, but if it comes down to it, yeah, I'll do what I can for you, but there's got to be another way that we can work through this. And
Oscar's gonna take a step back after this comment and just be like, no.
I mean, would you rather walk around with as one of those things?
I'm not going to
If
do
I
anything.
die and I become one of those things, then yeah, you can kill me. Not before then.
Of course not.
That's what they were talking about.
Oh, beforehand, no. I don't. Never mind. just don't know what to
Kind
do.
of sounded like he was talking about it now. Eyes the wolf.
No, he did say if it came down to it.
Yeah. So, and Trevor's gonna kind of speak up finally because he hasn't really been paying attention to anything that's been going on. He's kind of been recuperating from the fight. He's like, "All right, can someone bring me up to speed? What is it y'all have found out?"
Just to have one of these, she points to the thing in the bottle, and them.
Fucking
And I think she looks at Oscar. Did you say that it? What did you say about the necromancy magic again?
The rune magic on this is tied to necromancy, as far as I can tell, with my limited understanding. That is, over the table, that is what I uncovered, right? Like a summarized version?
Yeah,
I feel like
for the most part, yeah. Yeah, for the most
Is there
part.
anything that I'm forgetting to tell them?
I'm kind of just letting you do you. I mean, it's up to you to remember those things.
I might have forgotten some part.
yeah, for sure it's necromantic.
And there is another person involved in addition to the necromancer, because I detected that last night, and that person has magic identical to me. So she looks at Trevor and looks over at Kane, and then just shrugs.
Trevor's just gonna kind of run his fingers through his hair, and he's trying to piece all this together. He goes, "So there is rune magic and necromancy involved?"
Necromancy, maybe some kind of a cleric magic. I'm not exactly sure.
You don't have any family members, do you?
No. I mean, she just shrugs. I don't know my family.
Also, that inside of me is a piece of what I believe to be a parasite now. Still there, and it seems to be connected to this rune. It's on my arm after they slashed me.
Oh, it's eating away from you from the inside.
I already explained that guy to you guys, you two. I'm re-explaining that to Trevor.
Trevor is he's gonna stop and think for a second. He goes, "I mean, there's something I can try. It's kind of a long shot. I mean, especially since me and otherworldly powers have not exactly been on the best of terms in the past, but
this isn't going to turn anybody into a werewolf, right?
I certainly hope not, but we can find out. Trevor is going to draw his sword, and he's going to take a knee, and he's going to cast ceremony as a ritual, and he's going to try to consecrate just the area around them, just the building that they're in. Yeah.
Fuck!
How long does that take to?
An hour and 10 minutes.
Good, so we can short rest during this, right, Dean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, like, he's gonna look at Kane, and he's gonna be like, "You might want to step back, bait." And he's basically going to do like a 15-foot area around where he is right now.
Very well. As you do this, everybody kind of sits back and rests for just a moment. Oh, I didn't want that. That thing's hard to fucking see through.
During this time, I will be like, well, I might as well and cast Lesser Restoration, targeting the mark on my arm.
It burns.
And I'll move Trevor like another 5 feet
tell
to
them to
the
come that way.
right, so that Kane has room to like kind of move around and do stuff without having to worry about.
Okay. You're free to move this thing where you like it.
All right.
I would go up.
I mean,
like,
as far as I'm aware, it's not actually going to cause a damage.
It's
It's
Yeah,
just
it's just-
uncomfortable as fuck.
So
Yeah, I mean, if Kane wants to try to move onto consecrated ground, that's entirely up to him. But Trevor is casting ceremony as a ritual, and he's trying to consecrate the ground to see if that does anything to impede or potentially kill the parasites, or deal with the runes, or give the other more magically minded members of the party the opportunity to figure some stuff out.
Okay. Oscar, as you cast Lesser Restoration on it, it hurts. It hurts really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. It doesn't do any direct damage to you, but there's a moment where your heart feels like it's being choked until the magic is disrupted and stopped.
and is the rune still there?
It is, indeed, still there.
Ow, 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 ow.
And
That hurts. I do not recommend it. I don't recommend it.
Cyphina looks over. What did you just do?
Basically tried to kill myself, I guess. I casted some magic that usually relieves symptoms. He'll basically describe lesser restoration, like it like helps people that have conditions affecting them that aren't natural.
And what did it do to you besides cause you some pain? Exactly.
And that's what it did. And I was trying to remove this mark from my army, casting it, and
So no
That might
squeezed.
explain
My heart was being squeezed.
Okay.
Like,
Perhaps you can't cast it yourself.
Well, I mean, I casted it on our apparently werewolf friend that fucked off right afterwards in a lot of pain, so maybe that's a connection.
DM, I have a
Maybe.
question.
Yes.
As the whole ritual goes on, Stiff is going to walk out of the circle. Does Goriz or Oscar stay into the range of?
They seem
range
to both
of,
be in the
this.
range. They both seem to be in
So-
the range. But the range hasn't activated yet. It hasn't been an hour yet.
Whenever it does activate, I'm gonna tell them. I'm not gonna tell them to actually stay into here, but he's going to keep an eye on them.
Mhm.
Not saying anything if they are in here. Looking for any magical reaction to that.
Okay.
yeah, I
Um,
stepped in to do the test.
Kane, give me a perception. What's your passive perception, real quick?
19.
19? Okay, good. That's what I thought. You see across the street in an alleyway, you see something like a large hunched over figure trying to get your attention. It's hard
Wait,
to
what do you
see.
mean?
It's hard to see because it's just out of your dark vision range, but it is a large hunched over figure trying to wave you down, trying to get your attention.
Okay. I'll step out. Can I
Cyphina sees
stealth?
that.
Yeah, you can stealth. Trying to
How
from
dark
over
is
here.
it?
It is in the alleyway. It's pretty dark, but it's I would say that it is technically daylight, but in this area there seems to be kind of this essence of gloom. So I would put it as still light, but a little
Dim
bit
light.
on the not exactly dim light. It's still classified as light, right? But it's just a little bit
Well,
dimmer, like a rainy day.
I don't vanish unless I'm in the dark.
Yeah, so I'm letting you know, like, it's not dim light. It's like a cloudy day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I'm also trying to be descriptive.
They definitely noticed me slip out the door, because that was a natural one.
Oh, yeah. And as you open up the door, it is loud, and it definitely alerts anything, and this creature seems to step back and shake its, like, seem to, like, wave you away as it lurches back inside, back into the alleyway. Noticing that you had just straight up blown all essence of stealth.
Well, I tried. I'm gonna look around and see if I can see anything else nearby.
Give me a perception check.
That is a 24.
Are you looking for like beings, living things, or just
I just want to make sure nothing else heard or is coming near us.
You definitely hear something large start heading towards this direction. The ground in certain areas have puddles in them from possibly the last rainstorm. Seems how it's been raining quite a bit. But it's shaking with every moment this creature, whatever it is, gets closer. But it seems to stop, as if it's waiting for something.
Okay.
But you don't know how far away this creature or thing is. Something definitely reacted to your noise.
Is that figure still in the alleyway?
It is,
I
but
it lurched back.
Yeah, it is still in the alleyway, but it is back further now, kind of more in the dark. It looks like it might be hiding behind a few things.
Okay, I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on myself.
Very well, so that natural one becomes a natural one. I'm just kidding.
Well,
you can re-roll stealth if you'd like to.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't fuck me, dice. Okay, so a 31.
Okay. Yes, you now realize the mistakes that you've made and correct them as you move quietly low to the ground.
Yep. And I'm going to make my way to that alley.
Okay. This alleyway over here.
Yeah.
As you get about halfway across the road, you kind of like catch something out of the corner of your eye, and as you look back, there seems to be this 15, maybe 20 foot tall ogre that is just covered in these spikes of black metal and that vein like root structure growing out of it, and its rotting body as it seems to be sniffing and looking around on the other side of the building. Like it's there is the building you came from and one more building between you and him. So he seems to be looking, or it seems to be looking for whatever made that noise, but doesn't quite see you or smell you.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay.
But your party might be in danger. Unless they stay quiet. So do you want to turn back and let them know? Or head over and talk to this being that's in the alleyway?
Sifina is near the door. She saw him leave.
Mm-hmm.
So if the door is the door open or shut? Because if it's open,
it's probably Kane. I'm guessing Kane shut it so that there wasn't like anything that could just see in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So she wanted to yell at him, but she's not doing that.
You can definitely tell through the window here, he is being very stealthy. Like, he is purposefully moving, like, at a snail's pace. Very, very low.
He has obviously cast a spell to help with that. because shadows have started to kind of coalesce around him.
But what is the decision, Kane? Head back and warn your team, or continue to talk to this stranger?
I feel like they're smart enough to keep quiet.
Says the one who said that they were just about to yell at you.
That thought.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go talk to the figure in the alleyway.
Okay. As you get closer, your dark vision picks up a shrouded individual, a person wearing, covering themselves in what looks to be tattered cloths, possibly like curtains from a ruined house. But they are covered in fur. They are hunched over because this is the way they stand, with white fur and black markings. You see the very werewolf that ran out, Sana, still in her werewolf form, but seeming to slowly be changing back as her voice is no longer that graveled, aggressive, animalistic voice. Is everybody okay?
For the most part.
I told your friend not to do that.
I heard.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring any of those to you.
No harm, no foul. He did something you specifically told him not to.
I still feel bad. I only ran because of the state I was in. I had very low control over myself in this form. I didn't want to hurt any of you. And nobody was really listening, so... But, you have a healer with you, right? The cleric?
We do.
I need your help. The things that I've got for Rorich, they're not working. And he's not doing well. He's dying, and I just need help. Would your cleric be willing to help? I'll pay whatever I can.
I doubt you'll have to pay her. She's a bit too kind-hearted for that.
Even though I've caused a lot of issues.
She has a very interesting way of looking at people others would consider monsters.
Is that why she's close to you? I can smell that you're not normal. You reek of undeath. I'm not one to judge. Look at me. Plus, there were several in our order that were like you before they died. But, oh, sorry. We're running out of time. We need to go. Please, I'll hide here. Don't
get.
And that's when she looks up and sees the ogre as it's turning and looking down the alleyway.
Look. I'm just gonna
she's like locking eyes at it, but it doesn't seem to directly notice because it seems to be blind. I don't think that thing sees us yet. But
I don't think so either.
I think what the noise you caused last time before coming over here alerted it.
Yep. That's not a fight I'm gonna deal with.
I know the way there. I know how to get there quietly if your party can manage to be silent. Go speak with them. I'll be here.
Alright.
Thank you. As she grabs your
I'll be
arm
right back.
with her large hand, like consuming most of your your upper arm, she pulls you back and looks at you dead in the eyes with these golden, like, wolf-like eyes. Thank you. For everything. And lets you go.
I just kind of stare at her for a second before trying to stealthily make my way across the street again.
Blind, giant, undead ogre just looking in that direction.
I know, it's horrible. Do I need to roll stealth again?
You do, yes.
Okay, I figured.
I'm telling you right now, if you natural one
Yes.
again moves.
No, it's 37 because the
Okay.
spell's still up.
Yeah, if it would have been another natural 1, that would have caused a conflict. Like it would have caused another fight.
Yeah.
So yes, you make it across, and at this point, the sacred ground has activated. As would Kane randomly wander through the wrong side of the door?
Oh God, he might.
He just oh shit. But yeah, as you open the door and you step into it, it's just like immediately blinds you with a flash of white light as you like stumble to the side.
Sifina will be like, watch out! Have mine.
But before that happens, we're gonna go to when it activated, what happened to Oscar and Gorez. So as the spell activates, well, the ceremony is completed, this like almost essence of light, of this reddish searing light manifests from Trevor's blade point as it starts to cleanse the area around it, lighting anything that is of unholy nature ablaze until it is gone, as the grounds decay and the bodies that were still there, somewhat rotting, the blackened metal seared away. The metal itself returns to a state of this bluish silver color underneath its black shadowy exterior. As it is cleansed, so too does Trevor and Gorez engulf in flame.
Oh no.
But the flame is trying to burn through them to the center of them. So it is dealing mass amounts of damage. It's going to do 4d6 damage.
Can I run in and grab them?
Yeah, well, they have to make one con save, but then yes, you can run in and grab them and pull them out. So I need con saves from you two, Gorez and Oscar.
Okay.
And I'm going to definitely, when that resolves, I'm definitely going to do like an athletics or strength check to push the closest one out of it.
Right.
18.
Okay, that is a success.
So,
what about you, Gorez?
The area takes effect and
what's up?
It's hurting us?
Oh, severely. You are engulfed in flame, and the fire's trying to burn you away to burn the thing that's infecting you away.
16.
Okay, that is a success. So both of you will take half this damage. 16, so you'll both take 8 fire damage.
Sifina's like,
yeah, and I'll boot myself out.
Yeah, well, yeah, everybody just kind of, like, Sif and Trevor just kind of, like, pushes you and drags you as you are also fleeing. The flames, slowly dissipate off of you. I'm guessing your team puts you out. But that's when that blinding flash is the exact moment Kane stepped in too. So it was like this big flash of light that beamed out from the area, and they were set on fire, and Kane was pushed away.
So my character will stop, drop, and roll.
Fire bad.
And Trevor's just gonna look on in like abject horror, and he's gonna be like, "That is absolutely not what I was expecting to happen. I am so fucking sorry. Are you guys okay?"
Can we keep
Are we
it
demons?
down
I'm
to
pretty sure this is only supposed to happen to demons.
There
What-
is a giant undead ogre probably about 60 feet away from us. It's blind,
Okay.
but keep your voices
Are
down.
we demons?
We
This
need to keep
seems
fire
like
to a
something
minimum.
demons would do. I'm sorry that my fire screaming was causing you issues.
Well, we did. You're not a demon, but whatever you are, you're. His god does not like it.
I'm gonna turn to Syphina, and he kind of like goes to touch her arm and then pulls back because last time he touched her, his hand aged. So
She's gonna notice that and like look at him confused, but she does not remember that. But she's not gonna say anything.
is his hand still black? And,
It is.
like,
It is.
Okay,
Indeed.
yeah.
Yes.
Sana's in that alleyway over there. She needs our help. Rorich is not doing well. She can lead us to him, but we need to go quickly.
Syphina looks around at everybody else and she's like, guys, get over here. I'm trying to get everybody to come over.
Yeah,
Trevor,
Yeah.
Okay.
Trevor's
you know
gonna-
what? You know that little ritual you just did?
Yeah,
We could actually use that.
yeah.
If we plan that right.
Okay,
Trevor's gonna be like, I was thinking the same thing, but let's listen to this first.
apparently Sana is out there and Warwick isn't well. We need to help them. So she can take us to him, but we have to go now. What do you guys think? Are we okay? Can we do this? I know we might run into another fight, but can we do this?
Alright, let's do this.
So, what is that?
Oh no, another field.
Hang
No,
on.
I'm joking.
No, that's me. That's my pass without a trace.
Suddenly, another
Damn.
holy ground manifests.
God. No,
48.
What's
Holy
up, Sid?
ground rain.
I do use my arcane recovery during this short rest.
That's fine.
Oh, we can start rest, right?
Yeah, everybody got a short rest. Yep. Well, yeah, yeah.
Does that mean I get like a spell slot?
Oh, we can roll hit dice.
No,
if
pretty
you want.
much you get a heal. You get to roll hit dice for the short rest, and if you have like an arcane recovery or whatever that is for, I think clerics get something like that. But they pretty much, if you were a warlock, you'd get all your spell slots back. But it doesn't really do much for full casters at all.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean that I would have healed myself a little bit and then I immediately damaged myself?
Yes, that is what that means. And also, any ability that you get back on a short rest comes back. That's what that does. So,
Everyone inside that circle has a plus 10 to their stealth, which I know the paladin will need.
Yeah.
Clank.
Clank, clank.
Clank. Clank.
Oh, okay.
Rapid
That was
clicking.
a roll. Never mind.
Trevor is gonna kind of look at everybody else. He goes, "Okay, before we go out there." Okay, I'll hang on for a second.
I can do this.
We can.
Can
We're
we
sitting at the
build
door.
it?
She's
Yes, we
looking
can.
through her bag.
Oh my
You guys
gosh,
have to use the
feels like
restroom.
There's my phone and the makeup.
We're always waiting on you. No,
Yeah. Before we go out, Trevor's gonna look at everyone. He's gonna be like, "I know I am probably the least stealthy person. In the event something attacks us, you guys hide, take cover. I'm going to use that consecrated ground as a trap, provided I can get back here before getting
You
killed
realize
or
it
eaten.
takes an hour to cast.
Well, the ground is still consecrated, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's a permanent thing.
Oh, you're gonna run back here. You're gonna
Yep.
just run back here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So, yeah. So, with that being said, let's see.
So
All
what
right,
do we have to do?
rolling at.
Yep. So pretty much as you guys leave the building, I need stealth rolls from all of you.
Okay, so
It's a very-
yeah, I've got a 9 on my stealth with disadvantage.
And then
Oh,
that
what's
with
fine.
So that's a
the
19.
it's a 19 with the
Okay.
with the pass without a trace. So
I
I got a 27.
I got a
with
15.
25.
you got a what, Oscar?
I rolled worse than Paladin.
Plus
I
10.
rolled
got
a
a-
15.
You rolled a 15, so is that
With
a
the
20?
plus 10.
So you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5 with the plus 10.
Oh,
Jeez.
let's hope this guy is very, very,
Fuck
very
me, I thought my stealth
Oh,
was
he's
better.
blind, not deaf, though. Fuck.
Yeah, he's blind, not deaf. All right. So as all of you guys begin to creep out of the building towards Sana, you all now realize what Kane was talking about as I want to say 20-foot tall, very large, very decrepit undead ogre is looking around in the area as it lifts the part of a roof off to look inside a building. It looks up for a moment and smells the air as it seems to notice something, but it's not quite sure. As it begins to walk down the street away from you. As you all make it to Sana, as she looks to all of you and looks to Trevor immediately. I'm very sorry that I ran. I didn't want to hurt anybody.
I am very sorry that I caused you pain. That was not at all my intention. When all of this is over, I'm sure that you and I will have a lot to talk about, but right now, let's see if we can't find and help you, friend. That's what I was trying to get to in the first place.
Thank you. Let's go. Be quiet. Looks to Oscar. Please, please, stop breathing so heavily.
Oscar,
I will allow Pass Without a Trace to extend to Sana as well, because it's like up to 10 creatures.
But, yeah, she pretty much tells Oscar to stop breathing so heavily. You've
I'm
only
gonna say
walked like
Oscar's
30 feet.
Stomach is like gurgling, like he's got an upset stomach.
There's just the parasite making wah 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 noises at him. But yeah.
Hey,
well, what's up?
As we're traveling, Trevor wants to keep an eye out for the smithy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sounds good. Right there, we're gonna end the session and pick up with this stealth mission next episode. Thanks all for viewing and watching. Like and subscribe, and comment if you liked it. Comment if you don't like it. It doesn't really matter. We would love for your comments. All
Tell your
right.
grandma.
See ya, everybody.
See ya.
It's also gonna hurt our feelings if you don't like it.
Alright, bye. Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. If you like the story so far, leave a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe. Remember to always check for mimics underneath that bed of yours. We'll see you next time.